Drumchapel St Andrew's virtual church. I hope you're keeping well and I hope things are going okay. Again, I appreciate this time is way longer than we'd anticipated it would be, but I hope that you're doing okay and I hope you're finding a way through. Welcome to Drumchapel St Andrew's Church. It's good to be connecting with you, and it's good to feel that even although we can't see each other, that we are still in contact with each other. And that's one of the really special things about our church family. So know that your church family are there for you, and thank you for checking in today. Our theme for today is I Hope You Dance. And during the service, please pause me and click on the links for our songs and videos. If you're watching on Facebook, it's the post below this one. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you go right down to the bottom of the page to the comments section, and all the links are in there. So please pause me and click on the link for our first song, which is Into the Unknown. Please pause me again and watch our next video, which is a truck snowboarding. Do you know, I love it that they have these captions on that video, like, trucks cannot snowboard, do not attempt. Or do barrel rolls, do not attempt. Who's watching that video and thinking, I could go out and just do that? Do you know, I guess sometimes you gotta know what you can't do. But in a time where there are lots of things that you can't do, maybe it's good to enjoy the fantasy stuff, to watch trucks snowboarding and just enjoy being in that moment. And in our lives, to imagine, to hope and to dream. Life's been tough for a long time now. But however tough it is right now, we have hope, imagination and dreams. They haven't been taken away from us. Sometimes they're for helping us through what we're living right now, when things are hard. And sometimes they're for looking ahead and thinking about what we can do and what we can make happen once this time is all over and we can move forward. Let's do a prayer. God, hope, imagination, dreams, they are all so crucial. And just now, when there are lots of things I can't do and lots of things that make me feel afraid, I know that hope, imagination and dreams can help me through this time and can give me a picture of what lies ahead of me. And I can be excited. Amen. And please pause me again. Our next song is There Is None Like You. And please take a moment to make yourself a part of our prayer. God, I don't want to live in a fantasy world. But sometimes when the world feels tough, like it does right now, it's my imagination, my hope, and my dreams that help me to find a way through. Unlike any time I can remember, it feels like I am looking out on the world more than interacting with it. But I recognise I can still make a difference. I know, for now, the importance of staying safe. I know too how important it is for me to stay connected. My world feels small and unconnected, but my life is still big and connected. When it feels hard to look outside, I can find strength by looking inside. Today, I remind myself of the power within, the power to come through hard times, the power to deal with sometimes apparently impossible challenges. In frightening times, I find peace in faith. I know faith does not make things easy, but I also know it makes them possible. In frightening times, I find peace in love, in knowing that I am loved, that I am cared for, and that however hard things get, I have something to give. I take a moment to look deep inside and to reassure myself of what I bring to the journey ahead. I take a moment to think of those I care for. I take a moment to take in situations and circumstances that I am living right now. I take a moment for the decisions I have to make. And I take a moment to remember people throughout the world. Amen. Our Bible story for today is in the book of Mark, chapter 1, reading verse 16 through 20. As Jesus walked along the shore of Lake Galilee, he saw two fishermen, Simon and his brother Andrew, catching fish with a net. Jesus said to them, "Come with me, and I'll teach you to catch people." At once they left their nets and went with him. He went a little further on and saw two other brothers, James and John, sons of Zebedee. They were in their boat getting their nets ready. As soon as Jesus saw them, he called them. They left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired men and went with Jesus. And a reading from the philosopher Rumi called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honourably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And please pause me and click on the link for our next song, which is The King of Love. One thing I have learned is that very few things are irretrievable, and that sometimes you have to take a chance to get where you want to be in life. Right now, as far as health is concerned, taking risks is not part of the equation. For now, much of what we do has to be on hold until the health threat is gone, or at least considerably reduced. But while we have to be more careful of our physical health, for our mental, emotional, and spiritual health, we still need a sense of somewhere to go. While our worlds are on hold, our lives are not on hold. So for now, we need to hold two mindsets. Physically cautious, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually alive. That can be a hard balance to find. Perhaps this time can be our space to make plans, to feel excited about what lies ahead of us, to learn to embrace uncertainty. Perhaps this is a time to ask what's really important to you, and whether your life reflects what's really important to you. Please pause me and watch our next video, which is a Toyota Yaris commercial. What is important and what's just background noise? What do you need to leave behind to make space in your life for something new? You don't have space in your life for everything, but you get to choose. It's a really valuable exercise in your house to clear out clutter. It's an equally valuable exercise in your life to clear out clutter. That's what today's Bible story is about. That moment of clarity when you recognize what you really want to do, where you really want to be. Sometimes people think that calling is something that you do for the whole of your life. I don't see it that way. For me, calling is a sense of what's right for you in any particular moment. Maybe this gap time that we're living through right now is a time to work out where you want to be. And then, when the time is right, to make it happen. Jesus' first disciples just stopped what they were doing and went with him. They moved on. It was the right time. They knew it. They didn't have to tie loose ends. There will always be reasons not to change. And Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, Richard Carlson says, even when you die, your entry won't be empty. That's what living is. Knowing when it is time to move on, to change, to choose where you want to be, and not to feel you have to always tie loose ends. I used to watch old TV films like about circuses. You would often see an image of an elephant chained to a tent peg. For a long time, I thought that that was one of these continuity errors. It just obviously didn't happen. And then I discovered that that is absolutely true. They did keep elephants chained to tent pegs. But how? This is an elephant that can uproot a tree. How can it be chained to a tent peg? Why doesn't it just walk away? And the reason is so sad. Circuses got elephants when they were babies. They chained them to tent pegs. The baby elephant pulled and struggled as hard as it could, but it wasn't strong enough to set itself free. And the elephant remembered. For the whole of its life, the elephant remembered that it wasn't strong enough to break free. Don't let yourself be chained by the past. You are strong enough now to be free. You may not change things immediately, but you can make the decision. That's what counts. That's what's your first step to your future. A while ago I got an email from TripAdvisor. It said, you are just 2 reviews away from the next achievement level. With 2 more reviews, you will reach Trip Collective Level 1. Wow! Do you know how many reviews I have done for TripAdvisor? None. 0. The message makes it sound so exciting. Only 2 reviews away. When in reality, I have posted nothing. But here is the start. Here is the inspiration to take the next step. Today's story is about the beginning of a movement. It is about you, but it's bigger than you. Please pause me and watch our next video, Leadership from a Dancing Guy. faith is not about becoming part of an institution. It's about a movement. It's not about joining something. It's about belonging to something. It's not about being religious. It's about touching what inspires you. It's about life. It's about discovering who you are and becoming part of something bigger. Do you know, this story is what church is about? It's about who you are and who you can be. And it's about belonging to something bigger. Many years ago, I was reading an article in a car magazine. It was an interview with Peter Horbury, the head designer at Volvo. And the interviewer said, "Do you know, this must be the toughest job in the world. Where is the scope for creativity?" On the thorny subject of customer loyalty, Horbury says, "When I first started, all I kept hearing was, 'Our customers want this, and they don't care about this.' I said, I'm not interested in just them. I'm interested what Ford and BMW customers like, and what 25-year-olds think, because I want them as well." George Day said, "Inclusion is not bringing people into what already exists. It is making a new space, a better space for everyone." Let's do a prayer. God, I'm not sure if I always got what belonging to church meant. Impressions from what I remember of church. Fear of what I might be expected to do, or believe, or be. And I hear today's story, and it's about me. A call to be who I need to be for me, not for anyone else. A call to break free and to discover how powerful I am. A movement that I can help to grow, evolve, shape, and make into a new space, a better space for everyone. Amen. And please share in a moment for reflection. The song that we're going to listen to is linked, and it's called Loka Samasta Sukinu Bhavantu. And that means, may all beings be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. Thanks so much for being here today. It's lovely to be connecting with you. I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope the week ahead is going to be a good one for you. Take care. We're going to close by listening to our last song, which is also the theme of today's service, and it's I Hope You Dance. And then I've also linked our closing prayer, may God's blessings surround you today. Take care. Have a good week. Goodbye.